Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunaraitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Namaskaram everyone, welcome to Hindus Talking About Hindumisia, live for Hinduism Now Global Press, where we meet various Hindus from around the world and share our experiences of Hinduism and Hinduisia and have the opportunity to enrich the global Hindu ecosystem and find out and uncover inside each one of us how we are a Hindu activist and how we can enrich and contribute to the global Hindu ecosystem. So I'd like to welcome our guest today. Thank you very much, Aya, for joining us today. And would you please just give a brief introduction about yourself, please?
Thank you. Dhanyavad. Myself, Bandi Srikanth, and my father name is Janardhan Rao, and my mother name is Radhamma, and I'm from India, and in India I'm from the South India in Telangana state, Khammam district, and my village name is Kacharajigudam. Oh yeah. And I completed recently in 2019. I completed my PhD in agriculture economics. Now I'm doing a job in state government of Telangana agriculture department. And recently I got married last 2021 on May. And my wife also doing PhD in horticulture subject. And my father is a farmer. I'm a agriculture background, farming background. My mother is a housewife. Housewife means she will help to my father. And I have one sister and one brother, elder brother and younger sister. We three got married. Okay. Actually, I'm somewhat very attracted to Hinduism because of influence of RSS. RSS and Vishwa Hindu Parishad, and some recently some activities are going on in Telangana, our state, and Andhra Pradesh. Shiva Shakti, like Shiva Shakti, it is an organization which are helping Hindus to get some revolutionary about changing their religions, all these things. Okay, and I'm very much interested in exploring Hinduism because I like Hinduism because it's Hinduism like a way of living. So it's it is not we cannot restrict Hinduism like a religion like that, because Hinduism is like a way of living. So when we are meeting, we can say it is like namaste, because namaste gives a positive vibrations, and it will give, Hinduism will give automatically, will give the respect towards the other creature. So that's what more attracts me. And basically I'm born Hindu, so I think so. I'm basically Hindu, so I may not be influenced by someone because I'm basically born in a Hindu nation. So I am. I didn't attract, but I'm exploring my fascinated Hindu thoughts. and very grateful to having an opportunity to meet with like people in global. So I'm very happy. Um, I'm very happy, and that's all.
Great. Great. Thank you, Aya. And congratulations on your marriage and completing PhD, etc. and so you're in Telangana?
Yes, I'm in Telangana.
Okay. So, okay. Can you tell us about your work? What do you do?
I'm a extension worker. I'll do in agriculture department. So I'll go and meet daily. I have to visit fields and how to verify the farmers' problems regarding pest and disease attacks and some inputs from government. I'll negotiate from government to farmer, farmers to government. Agriculture department.
Mm-hmm. Right. And how long have you been doing that?
I'm since from 1.5 year I'm doing. After PhD, I actually when I'm doing my PhD, I got job in agriculture department, and again after doing 1 year job, and I went back to complete my PhD. After completing my PhD, and again I rejoined my job.
Hmm.
So it's almost 3 years completed recently.
Okay, great. And you're quite young. Yeah, so that's just a great inspiration. So can you share more? What is your experience with Hinduism? What is your understanding? How do you see Hindus and Hinduism? What is the place in Telangana, in India, in the world for Hindus? What is the importance? How is Hinduism part of your life? What is the meaning for you?
Basically, actually, it is a pure Hindu country. So we did not what influenced by someone or like that. Actually, we grow with the Hindu culture. We live with the Hindu culture, and it's like whenever we took birth, after 21 days we will take one. But Barasala, it name as Barasala in our state. After newborn baby, 21 days they will do one function with the puja, all those things. They will simply that they'll give some puja after 21 days, and after 6 months for feeding baby, they used to do again puja, and and 1 year, after 1 year also. After 1 year also they'll do, like in each and every part of our life there will be special, it's like a function. we'll do we'll celebrate the every each and every moment. Like in every month we'll get one festival. I remembered from my childhood, I used to do puja during festivals like Dasara, Navaratri. Some my mother and my cousins, they'll do puja, and they'll do fasting also 9 days. And Deepavali is a big festival. uh, it's like celebrating Hindu festival is like enjoying your life, because it's not restricted to you have to do like that only, you have to do like this. It won't restricted you to do in a rigid manner. It is like a open access to anything. Like generally Deepavali is a festival, but we'll enjoy a lot, like celebrating but lightening at deepas. It is scientifically also, it is a scientifically it will useful to the families, because by lighting the deepas, you will you'll get positive energy. Positive energy, and scientifically it is some insects during night times. It is Deepavali will come around mid after October or November, like that it will come. So at that time, more insects will be there. So because of the Deepas, it will they will um, eliminate the insect entering, like that. So negative energy will go. So like Deepavali, and we'll get after January, we'll get Sankranti. Sankranti is like after farmers getting their produce from what, farms to home, we'll celebrate it. Is it like a function, because farmers will get their produce to home from farms to home, they'll bring to home. So from for that also we'll do a celebration. So it is like a living like it is what celebrating each and every moment in our life. So I'm that's more excited me to attract in Hinduism. And RSS RSS play the major role in my life, because they teach us discipline and respect to the elders. All those things they taught very uh, since from 8 years onwards. I am very active participant in RSS. It taught us very nice things, like how to we live, how to we respect, how to take your decisions in balanced way, like that. So it also it explores our respect towards our culture, like that.
Right. Um, uh, One thing you're saying about lighting the deepas having to do with dispelling the negative energy of the insects during that time. Can you tell what is that? What is that thing actually?
During Deepavali at night time, we will light the deepas. We lightning deepas. So it's like getting light to your in your life means it's like you're throwing a negative energy, and you're inviting a positive energy to your home, because we will simply will light the deepas to our homes, surround the homes. Then it will attract the positive energy, and it is a celebration of it is Deepavali is normally celebrated as a victory of Rama's victory. So it's symbol of victory. So automatically we'll get some by in night time, by lightening the deepas, we'll get some positive mind. We'll get by seeing that lights, all those things, we'll get positive mind. So yeah, Deepavali is celebrated a victory of Rama's, and Naraka Chaturdati is it also called Naraka Chaturdati after Sri Krishna and Satyabhama killed the Narakasura, and then we all celebrated this Deepavali. It is a victory of Satyabhama.
Great. Sorry to ask you. You just mentioned Sri Krishna. I'm sorry, I missed. What is that context of Krishna? What is it?
Naraka Chaturdasi, we will call it as a Naraka Chaturdasi, means when Krishna and Satyabhama killed the Narakasura, an evil king named as Narakasura. So they killed evil king Narakasura by helping of Satyabhama. So from the day onwards, we are celebrate. This culture is came from celebrating that day.
Okay, great. Yes, yeah.
So, Bandi, so you're saying that Deepavali is the same as Naraka Chaturdashi? Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Bandi?
yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Thank you. Good to see you, Bandi. Good to
Awesome. Yes, exactly. That's great. So so do you do any rituals in your home? Do you do puja?
Yes. I used to do, but I used to do with my mother, and I grown up by watching my mothers and my grandmas doing these rituals. So it's a common in our in our home daily in Friday, Shukrawar and Somwar. It is a day. Means every week it is common for us. And during Kartika Masam also, about whole 1 month, they used to do these lightning deepas in front of Tulasi. Uh, Tulasi plant, they light up a deepa. So it's a common. Means I used to grow by seeing that since from my child.
And so, are you living in the same place where you grew up now?
Yes. With my mother and father only. Same place.
And what is the place? Is it small? Is it big? Or what?
Small. It is a small place. It's a village name called Kacharajagudam. So it is in Khammam district, 15 kilometers far from town. Small village.
Great. And how many people live there?
4 people, along with my wife and my mother, and my brother my brother family is staying at town. My sister family also staying at Hyderabad. So along with my wife, I'm staying here. 4 members we are staying.
And how many people in the village?
It's almost 1,800 people are. 1,800 people. We are having a Rama temple, Ramalayam at village. In that Shiva temple also there. It's 1,800 people. Around 1,800 people are there.
How big is the Rama temple?
Okay, I don't know exactly, but it's almost half acre area. It's not so much big, but medium. Half acre is, and it's old as almost 80 years, 85 years old temple.
Okay. It's a stone temple?
Stone temple.
Okay. So that is the place you grew up, in that house, actually?
Yes.
Okay, so same place. Okay, same place. You do work in that area, mostly only that area?
Yeah. It's almost 35 to 40 kilometers far away from my village. I used to go daily there and doing my work and come back here. 40 kilometers are far from me.
Okay, great.
Recently, I went to Tamil Nadu. I and my wife, along with my wife, we went to Tirupati from Tirupati, from there to Kanipakam, there is another famous Ganesha temple. I think you all know about Kanipakam.
Mm.
You know about Kanipakam?
Not exactly.
It's a famous Ganesh temple. From there we went to Arunachaleshwara. From there Chidambaram. From Arunachaleshwar to Chidambaram, a Nataraja temple is there. And we went to Srikalahasti again. We wish to visit all Pancha Lingas, Panchabhuta Lingas. In Nataraja temple, it is a Atmaling. In Srikalahasti, it is a Vayuling. In Kanchi, it is a Jalaling, I think. So we went to visit the temples, but unfortunately we visited only 3 temples because of lockdown is going there. So we are unable to visit that Kanchi temple.
Mm-hmm. And so the people who live in your village, what do they do mostly?
Mostly farming.
Yeah.
Agriculture, labor and agriculture, farming.
Okay. And how many schools do you have there?
Lower primary school is there up to 7th class. There is a school up to 7th class only. And after 7th, they'll go to another village, which is near 2 kilometers far away from my village. Up to 7th, we are having in our village. And town is 10 kilometers far from here, my village. So usually after 7th, we'll go there. Town.
Okay. So there's only one school in your village?
Yes. There is only one school.
Okay. And so the nearby village for the older children, how big is that village? How many people live there?
Almost 3,000 people, around 3,000 people are there. So there is an upper primary school. So up to 10th class, there is a school from 1st to 10. So it is somewhat bigger than my village. So after completing 7th class here, we used to go there.
So is there a gap between your villages? Is there like open space?
Almost two and a half kilometers gap is.
Okay, so it's only within 2 kilometers, another village is there already.
Yes.
Okay, so and like is that as common within next 2 kilometers another village like that?
Yes. It's not exactly 2 kilometers, but around 3 kilometers, 3 to 5, minimum 5 kilometers surroundings will get one village. Around 3 to 5 surroundings kilometers will get one village.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's it may be expected, but that's very different than Canada. The closest village will be maybe 20 kilometers.
A population density is very high in India. No? Density is very high. Almost 2-3 kilometers range, you will get one village. Every 2-3 meters range, you will get one village.
Wow. Wow, that's because actually, you know, even a yeah, you know, even a sort of smaller village here will be, you know, maybe that's what, like if you walk 2 kilometers, you know, you'll still be in the smaller town. It'll be maybe 5-6 kilometers across for a smaller. I mean, it's a bigger village, a small city. But okay, so that's quite a major difference. If there's villages, that many villages is wow. That is, and then every village has some type of a school.
Schools, yeah, you'll find one school and one temple also. So
Wow. Wow.
Almost you'll get one every 3-5 kilometers. You'll get one temple easily.
Wow. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. So I'm just remembering that you know, some of, like in the 1800s, the British, they conducted census of different schools, specifically around Bihar and Bengal, and so they were recording how many vernacular village schools there were, and what you know, what Jati Varna the students and teachers were coming from, and so and they also conducted the census about the universities, how many universities, how many students, how many teachers, and so anyway, so they were guessing that there was 1 lakh schools in the Bengal presidency at that time, and they had you know, they had estimated that, you know, between in the 100 years from like 1830 to 1930, that, you know, most of the literacy of the Hindus had been destroyed. So so it's quite a thing then for British to have come there and seen every 2 kilometers there's a village, you know, every 5 kilometers there's a village, and you know, they're sort of self-sustaining, and have their own temple, their own school, and their own extended family life, and their own farmlands. Wow, that is really
Actually, almost before invasion of these most Britishers or before Mughals, we are having almost 39,000 or around 39 to 50,000. We have Gurukulas, which in each and every temple we are. Temples are like not only meant for devotional purpose, it is also meant for educational purpose, educational and cultural activities like Bharatanatyam and Kuchipudi. It is a temple we used long back ago. They constructed for exploration of culture and education, not only mean for devotion. So, but after in lots of invasions, so that culture was destroyed. Because of that, literacy percentage is very high after during our independence.
yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
We have almost universities like Takshashila, Nalanda, I think world's first university, educational universities, but they destroyed that whole universities and we became a illiterate country. It is injected thought, not actually India is a very rich in culture and wealth also because of these invasions, and we systematically thought to hate our culture since from Mughals. So that's why most of Indians are now they became secular. So secularism is the main threat to the Indian culture.
Why?
Why means simply uh, if you if you want to mm, if you go to school, they'll teach us that our Puranas and our these books related to Hindu religion are not a evidential books. Means we should not believe that books matter because these are these are not scientifically proven. But in each and every Hindu text, they are actually scientifically proven methods. But in our education system, we systematically thought us that these Hindu related books are um, not having any means systematically not systematically proven. Like if you see in daily morning, we used to we used to take water and we'll mix with cow dung, and we'll pour in front of our home because we'll sweep first and after that we'll mix dung with water and we'll pour in front of our home, in front and backside of our home, because it's like cleaning process. But scientifically it is a due to the dung, um, like smell, means dirty smell and any dirty insects, all those won't enter into your home. And during functions also, normally functions means a lot of people will come. During function we used to tie what neem neem leaves neem leaves and mango leaves. So mango, because we used to tie doors with mango leaves, because mango leaves will give the oxygen. It will release the oxygen certain time. So when functions are there, so a lot of people will gather, because a lot of people gather automatically. We need a more oxygen to uh, to supply those gatherings. So that's why what we used to decorate with that neem and mango leaves to give oxygen. So these are scientifically having a meaning, but our generations, they have not taught us. It's like Muda Namaka means you should not believe that why you are tying mango leaves unnecessarily. You should not do the like that. You should not pour dung water in front of her. Like that they taught us, but it having some reason. And we used to daily, our mother and sister and our ladies used to take what turmeric powder along with water, will they'll mix and simply they'll take bath, or they'll simply for legs they will apply, because they will do homes daily works. Because of that they have to stay water in certain time, because they used to clean the um, what home homes and all those things. So when we apply to turmeric to our toes, automatically it functions like an antibiotic. So it is scientifically it having some reason, but um, but our education system won't tell about this. It's like Britishers, they injected us like that, so we are continuing that. That's why it become. I told you, secular. When we are getting more what education, then we'll become secular. Yeah, so when we are when we are secular, so automatically we'll oppose these things. So that's why I told you secularism is a big threat to our culture.
Yeah. Great, thank you. I want to ask you again, what is secular? What does that mean?
Secular means, actually secular meaning is very positive meaning that should be respect other religion, other culture, like that. Secular meaning is like that, but in our country they are thoughting they are using secularism is to hate they are using secularism to hate Hinduism. So actually secularism means we should respect each and every person's their own religion, their own religious practices, and their gods. We have to respect, and we all Indians are same. We like that. Actual meaning is like that, but uh, our our uh, they turn that secularism word to hate Hinduism. Basically, because our system is mainly what these communism thoughts are very deep into our system. So that's why most of the people are become a secular. In India, secular means you should hate Hindus, then you will become a more secular. If you hate Hindus, then you will become secular.
Okay, so where does this secular thing come from?
I don't know, but we don't know during from our independent onward. After our independent, we got five sequently we got five central educational ministers. So they are from communism. So they glorify Mughals. They glorified the Mughals, and suppose small example, if you wear tilak, so you are a uncultured. You don't know culture. You are simply uneducated person. That's why you are wearing tilakas. It is how it is a secular. If you are secular, then you should be a modern. So that's they portrayed that secularism is like that. If you wearing rudraksha and tilaka like that, so you are a uncultured man. So in our society, most of these secular persons, they'll see you are a uncultured. You don't have culture, so you are not an educated man. That's why you wearing a rudraksha and the tilak. That's why you are wearing. So it is they penetrated secularism means you should hate Hindu culture. If you are hating Hindu culture, then you become a modern man. Means you are a educated one. Like that. So it is because of that education system fault.
So okay, yeah, exactly. So the so the secular So the secular mostly is telling Hindus to be secular.
Yes.
Right. So yeah, so it's not necessarily, it's not extremely focused on other religions being secular. It's really focused on Hindus should be secular.
Hindus to be secular. Yeah, I can say that our what the political also politically and politically they targeted some Hindu related persons, top persons. If you target them, if you demoralize their characters, then automatically uh, uh, we can destruct the Hindus society. Like that, some of our religious persons got targeted, and they simply demoralize their character by showing them. So Hindus are like that, they portrayed it like that. Since from I also seen so many of famous personalities by taking one issue and it should be viral, and by showing that reason Hindus are like that, so don't be a Hindu like that. I think 10 from since from Modi's government, now it's become now it becomes stop. Before that, it is very high in our India to demoralize the Hindus, Hindu famous personalities like that.
Right. So it's become somewhat less. Okay. So right. So yeah. So this idea. Yeah. So like there's this general ridiculing of Hindus saying, don't be like that. Why do you follow those traditions? And like it's so then so if Hindus are supposed to be secular, then what religion are they supposed to follow?
Why? What? I didn't get you.
Like if we're telling Hindus that they should be secular, then what religion should they follow? What religion should Hindus follow?
No, they won't tell that we should not be a religious person. Their main thought is it should not be a religious person. So if you are not spreading your Hinduism, automatically someone will spread. So the idea of the secularism is, firstly, you should not spread other religion. Firstly, stopping them to follow Hinduism. Automatically, if you stop them to follow Hinduism, automatically some other one attract them. So it is a formula for them to convert from one religion to another religion. If first they'll think that if you stop them to follow Hinduism, so if they become secular, after that another will attract them. Another religion will attract them, and they'll inject their ideas on secularists. So automatically they will connect. So that how these other religions are penetrating our culture. See, almost I think it's 85 years. Rama. We believe that Rama was born in India, in Ayodhya, but we don't have a day to construct a temple in Ayodhya from 85 years. After we went to, all Hindus went to court and we won the case there, and we started building Rama temple in Ayodhya. So actually, the secularism idea came from in Hinduism, because in Hindus we will say Sarvejana Sukhino Bhavantu. Irrespective of their religion, we'll say Sarvejana Sukhino Bhavantu. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, whatever form you what uh, form is doesn't matter, but that your prayers will reach me. Whatever form you pray, if you pray on a rock that Deva please save me, then that prayer will reach me. That form doesn't matter. So wherever, whenever, whatever you will pray, form doesn't matter. It will reach me. That means in Hinduism there is no restrictions on you should pray like this only. You should pray like that. Nothing. Whatever you want to do, you can pray like anything by simply sitting in a plain place and you ask God to please save me, like that also God will save you. So there is a particular standards to follow, like this there is a process. So in Bhagavad Gita Krishna says, whatever the form, it will reach me. I'll consider you, whether you worship one stone or in one plank or anything that it will reach me. So uh, basically Hinduism is secular. It is by self, it is a secular, but if you follow these things, then they'll think that it is what you are a cultureless fellow, you are uneducated. Like that they are injected our minds. So it's simply after I think we got 76 years of our independence. Recently we are begin to build a Rama's temple. Why? Because we are not Hindus who won't go for riots like that. Simply we went to court and we got permission from there. Otherwise, if you see some countries, if you are not following your own their religion, so you don't have right to live there. So many countries will follow, but India is not like that. So that's why we got almost since from ancient times we won't invade any country. So many countries invade us, but we didn't went to invade other countries, because India produces so many personalities like Buddha. So he is from Hinduism, but it became Buddhism is become separate religion, but he is from Hinduism. And Jainism, Jains are there, so it is also comes from Hinduism. And so Sikhism, Sikhs are there, so it is also there also comes from Hinduism, because in Hinduism you can explore anything. If you want to explore, you can explore in any way. So that became after exploring that it became a separate religion, like you can say Buddhism, Sikhism, Jainism. It becomes separate religions, but actually their mother religion is Hinduism. Because if you are more Hindu, if you are penetrating Hinduism, then you'll get you can explore more views. Like you cannot restrict it to you should follow these type of rituals. You should follow this man. You should follow that. You should worship that god. No, if you wherever you want, whoever you want, you can. If you want to if you want to take one person, ideal person, then you can pray for him. So automatically that your prayers will reach me. So that's what Hinduism will teach us. So that's why you will get So any other religion won't produce other means another religion, but Hinduism produced many not many, 3 4 major religions like Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism, because of you have more exploitation in Hinduism. So
Right.
sorry, I'm not that much fluent in English.
No, it's great. You're doing great. It's awesome. It's better than me speaking Telugu. That'd be nothing. So, hearing from you. Okay, I have a question. So,
Yes.
I've heard about that before 1947, when India is created as a country, that there is close to 600 princely states.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, what is that? Does that exist today? What was that? What is it? When was it? So does that mean before 1947? I think that's what it means. Before 1947, there was 500 and some princely states. What is that? Is there meaning to it? What does it mean? Or because it's also right. If we go back 200 years, to around the mid 1700s, the British are coming heavily. And 200 years before that, Mughals are coming heavily. So even now at that time, it's a long, if 600 princely states, but for 300 years, they've been going through that occupation, then there must be some degradation, right? Some
Yes.
damage.
Yes.
So, I suppose it is, there's quite a few differences.
Yes, actually, we separated by small kingdoms, but united by on culture. So that's how you can tell that Akhanda Bharat, Akhanda Bharat is nothing but along with Pakistan, Afghanistan, and before that also Iran also. Jordanistan is nothing but a part of Hinduism. Jordanistan, I think so very well. Jordanistan, have you heard about Jordanistan?
No. What is the name?
No. Jordanistan, Joradism.
Sure. I don't know. I'm not.
Iran, in Iran.
Okay.
In Iran, so they, before invading Muslims, so it is a Joradistan, Joradism, a separate religion name called Joradism. After invasion of Muslims, it become Islamic country. But before that, it is a Joradism. In Afghanistan and Pakistan also, it's a Hindu major country. Actually, we separated by a small kingdoms, but united by same culture. So, like we believe that Rama ruled all over India, means Akhand Bharat. After Rama, Vikramaditya and with Marathas also, and Chola. Have you heard about Chola dynasty?
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah. Chola dynasty also having a long history, and like that we actually divided by small kingdoms, but we will say that it is a Akhanda Bharat because we used to follow same culture, same religion, culture. So that's why we used to call it is Akhanda Bharat.
So, okay, so that's what. So you're saying Rama is seen to rule over all of Akhanda Bharat, you're saying?
Yes. They mentioned in Ramayana also. Valmiki wrote the Ramayana. In Ramayana, they mentioned the borders of this Bharat, Akhanda Bharat. So by that evidence we can say that he ruled over the kind of whole India. And Vikramaditya, have you heard about Vikramaditya? He also.
So how can one being, Lord Ram, how can he rule over all of that? How does that happen actually?
Actually, if it is India now, you can example by example now, India having one prime minister, but chief ministers are different.
Okay.
So, state we have a chief minister. So like that, Rama is a supreme. So he's having every state he I don't know, Samanta Raj we call it is a Samanta Raj. Samanta means like prime minister, chief minister. So like that, king and follow his representative. They'll keep his represented. Yeah, like see, Great Britain is there, but they ruled India under the rule of that Victoria, I think Queen Victoria. That means she cannot come to India. She cannot rule our India. Her representatives ruled our India like that.
Right. Yeah, that's great. It's been a pleasure to have your perspective.
Actually,
I'm not.
why I can say that Rama ruled over Bharat because he's having three younger brothers. He did Ashwamedha Yaga. Have you heard about Ashwamedha Yaga?
Not specifically Ashram Yaga, but Yagna in general. But
Ashwamedha Yaga means horse. They'll simply they will leave one horse wherever it goes up to that place. He is the king. If someone is disobey, then he used to go for a fight to conquer that place. So when he did Ashwamedha Yaga, so east and south, west, and he sent his brothers to conquer those kingdoms, whichever they are not under Rama's rule. So they went on conquer so many kingdoms during Ashwamedha Yaga.
Okay, what I'm sorry. So that means who sent their brothers?
Rama sent.
Oh, he did. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, that's great. I've had a lot of fun. I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Okay.
Okay, great. So I'll just say to the people. So that's what. Okay, thank you, Aya. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing. It's been really great to have this different perspective because, one of the things, especially with Hinduism, and it was like from the beginning you shared like Hinduism is a way of life. And, the way that you describe it and you describe the festivals that happen and the meanings of the things and the mango leaves and the neem leaves and everything. It's like, especially in the Western world, the European world kind of thing, people really can't, for the most part, can't understand. They can't fathom what is, like if for example, if you go to Nepal, you'll see the people there are very devoted, a lot of devotion. Just the nature is like that. And, willing to be devoted to a God. And so, yeah, a lot of the Western world can't really relate to that. And so there is really this aspect, and you can feel it when you speak, like actually it's the depth of devotion to that life is it's more profound than what than in that ancient tradition is there, that lot more than what we see in different ways. So, it's a lot of times bring out that perspective is very rare for people to understand how that works. So, so I just wanted to thank you. It's been a lot of fun hearing a few different points. I know there's a lot of other things we can talk about, but it's been very useful to hear from your perspective. So thank you very much for sharing with us today. And we'll just complete this session chanting Purna Mantra. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Parukar Paramastu. Om Nithyanandam. So thank you everyone for joining us, and we will see you next time. Namaskaram.